There is no denying it. MrBeast has been surrounded by controversy lately as his brand and reputation are slowly being destroyed. But back in 2022, there was another MrBeast that suddenly dominated social media. This meme, better known as the fake MrBeast, became wildly popular on both YouTube and Twitter with videos about it seeing millions of views coming in, its creator Skitzy gaining 100,000 subscribers in a single month, and the real MrBeast even meeting up with him to collaborate. However, this success also resulted in harassment, mental breakdowns, betrayal, and him becoming completely broke. So what happened? Well, it's time to find out. Our story begins in 2013, when a young Skitzy posted his first ever video on YouTube titled Apple Bloom, Stop Being Such a Neck, Story of the Blanks Part 1.
How's it going? Today we are gonna play Friendship is 8-Bit, Story of the Blanks. Flash game by Donuts.
This obviously wasn't the highest quality video on the platform with its pixelated thumbnail, black sidebars and a tiny face cam. But Greg didn't care. He fell in love with being a YouTuber and started posting funny skits to show more of his personality.
You shall not pass! You shall not pass! That's just it.
But this is my house.
Now these videos didn't get the views he wanted, but this all changed when he suddenly started doing comic dubs, as his Undertale comic dub video in 2015 got over 100,000 views, and Skitzy was over the moon. He finally saw some life in his channel, and continued giving the people what they wanted, posting another comic dub video with over 250,000 views, and another one that even got over 400,000 views. These videos ultimately resulted in him earning over 5,000 subscribers.
So I wanna say, thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. It took me years to get to 2,000, but then I did some Undertale stuff. And it blew up!
And Skitzy became known as one of the best voice actors in the scene, which could have maybe been due to his great-great-grandfather being a talented voice actor in the past. Because this video is made possible by MyHeritage DNA, and they did something special. As I was fortunate enough to receive this beautiful DNA test kit from MyHeritage a few days ago. MyHeritage DNA makes exploring your origins and finding new relatives easier than ever, as their process is incredibly simple after you've unboxed the kit. You only have to take a cheek swab for roughly 2 minutes. That's it. And as a result, it will give you both DNA matches with new relatives based on shared DNA and an ethnicity estimate. So I'm really hoping to maybe find some family in foreign countries because of this. Okay, here we go. The results are in. Let's see where I'm officially from. Leander, you are. Here we go. 85.6% Northern and Western European. Okay, that's to be expected. 14.4% Scandinavian? I did not expect that. What? Am I Swedish? I'm as white as I can be, basically. So I currently have 7,745 matches, and they're basically from all over the world. Most are from the Netherlands, obviously, but the fact that there's a lot from the USA as well is really surprising. I know my uncle here, but half cousin? I didn't know I had a half cousin. I even have a second cousin of parent from New Zealand. But anyways, MyHeritage has a promotion going on right now, so make sure to click the link in the top of the description or scan the QR code on the screen right now and use discount code JUSTACALL for free shipping. And that way you can also find out what your heritage is. Now Skitzy continued making his comic dub videos for years with great success, and also started posting on his TikTok page in 2018. But at the end of 2019, he suddenly faced a problem. The views on his YouTube channel died out, and he had to think about the next step in his career. This was his passion, but without an audience to serve, he was done for. So what was next? Well, luckily, during that time, he got invited to an opportunity of a lifetime. One that would change his life forever. And that opportunity was featuring on the Freshie Canal channel. You see, 2020 was the year when Freshie Canal went from animated rap battles to rap battles with actors. And after a successful Mr. Bean vs Charlie Chaplin episode, they invited Skitzy to play Steve Irwin in their Bear Grylls vs Steve Irwin video. Unsurprisingly, Greg absolutely killed his role. And the video ended up getting over 300,000 views, which got him invited to more videos like Walter White vs Willy Wonka, Norman Bates vs Jack Torrance, and eventually the video that changed everything: Squid Game vs MrBeast.
Welcome to your final test. I'm MrBeast.
We can scrap the yes, cause I've never missed a beat.
Yes, somewhere in 2021, Skitzy got invited to play MrBeast.
When I saw that my friend Fresh Canal was doing the MrBeast versus Squid Game thing, I was like, hey, I could pull off MrBeast. So I showed him a picture of kind of like a mock-up. And he said, basically, yeah, you can pull it off.
Once again, Skitzy absolutely nailed his role. And you would assume that this video immediately blew up due to it having MrBeast in the title, right? Well, it actually went under the radar for quite some time, only getting a couple 100,000 views over the next few months. However, memes about the rap battle were slowly starting to pop up in 2022. And throughout this year, everything suddenly exploded.
I was working at the factory that time, and I was pretty okay with that, but sometime in April of 2022, we saw a little tick up of the meme counter. Like, we saw that it was kind of getting popular around that time, and then it died off. I'm like, okay, that was a fun time. But then in December of 2022, it blew up again, and I was basically just accepting it with open arms. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna have my moment in the spotlight, I'm gonna move on and hopefully do my own thing. But yeah, it was very exciting. It was a little bit stressful because of how much attention I was getting at the time. You know, I was getting followers, comments, messages basically hourly.
Memes randomly went viral all over social media, the original video racked up over 10 million views, and Skitzy gained a whopping 100,000 subscribers in a single month. But this wasn't even it, because in January of 2023, the unthinkable happened. To everyone's surprise, the fake MrBeast suddenly met up with the real MrBeast, which Greg posted about on Twitter. And a few days later, Jimmy even released both a TikTok and YouTube short of them together. Because of the millions of views these videos gained, Skitzy started posting more on TikTok as well, introducing himself as the fake MrBeast.
Hello, this is MrBeast from the MrBeast meme. I'm on TikTok. I'm on the water.
Which instantly got over 8 million views. And when he uploaded a YouTube video of him explaining how he met MrBeast, it also got over 3.5 million views. Something that was unthinkable for Skitzy just a couple of weeks ago. At this point, it seemed like everything he touched turned into gold.
Bam! Planted my flag on Twitter, viral. Bam! Planted my flag on TikTok, viral. People just couldn't get enough of this MrBeast lookalike.
And this is when Greg decided to fully embrace the meme. He did unboxings as MrBeast, posted TikToks as MrBeast, and even started doing cameos as MrBeast where fans could pay him for a video.
Hello, I am MrBeast. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
During this time, everyone absolutely loved him. However, there were only just a select few who saw beyond his character and truly appreciated him for his humor and personality, which was starting to become a huge problem. Even though his TikTok eventually reached 1 million followers and his subscribers on YouTube were growing, Greg suddenly started having this weird feeling behind the scenes.
Basically what happened was, you know, I was pandering a little bit. I'm like, hey, you guys like the MrBeast meme, so I'm right here, look at me type deal. You know, I did that for like a month or two just to kind of be friendly with the public and have my moment. But around February, I was like, okay, let's move on from this and make my own content. I was kind of wanting to do the way of Jimmy here, Brittany Bursky, all of those kind of people where I have my meme and then I turn it into my own kind of personality brand.
He wanted to be more than just a MrBeast meme, so his plan was to make more content based on his personality. But all of these videos didn't get anywhere near the views he used to get. And on TikTok, it was even worse. When he cosplayed as MrBeast, he would get millions of views. But if he didn't, views would be almost non-existent. So Skitzy was stuck. And he did what any normal human being would do. Give the people what they want. Fans obviously noticed this, but he had no choice. Because what nobody knew at this time was that after having the meeting with MrBeast, he was actually forced to go all in with content creation.
When I went to go meet MrBeast, I actually lost my job because it worked on a point system and I ran out of points. But I thought to myself, I'm like, this is the perfect jumping point.
Now, as he said, this wasn't too bad. He was making good money from Cameo, his views were still decent when he cosplayed as the MrBeast meme, and famous YouTubers even offered him plenty of collaborations. He got invited to videos for Eric, IShowSpeed, and even MrBeast himself. In fact, I shot him a message around that time as well, but couldn't find a way to tell his story properly, so that unfortunately fell through. However, all of these opportunities made Skitzy extremely hopeful, and when Eric even promised him that the whole video would be around him and that this would be his breakthrough video, it seemed like he finally would be able to get the career he always wanted. Yet, as time went on, things started falling through, and did so in ways that completely crushed Skitzy mentally.
Even though I know I'm not earned a collaboration and that they have no reason to, you know, go through with that, it does feel very disrespectful in the ways they have gone about it. Like IShowSpeed's manager set me up and put me in their Discord. Basically, their friends just kind of bullied me and kicked me right out before anything ever happened. They told me to do an impression of Peter Griffin, and obviously they didn't like it very much, but, you know, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but they were an asshole about it. Eric and their manager basically had me on standby for like 7 months, basically promising me and making me sign NDAs, telling me that I could be a part of their video. You know, this could be like my breakout moment, just to kind of be like, never mind, we're not doing it anymore. And it's like that crushed me.
So, at this point, Skitzy was starting to feel the heat. His fame started to dry up over the next couple of months, and with it came financial struggles.
I tried to do it full time for a while. That kind of failed. So I had to take on a few part-time jobs. I worked at Jimmy John's for about a month, and I worked at the gas station for about a year.
In fact, it became so bad at one point that he had to survive purely off of MrBeast cameos and donating blood plasma, which put him in a very dark place for a while and slowly ruined his life.
I mean, it affected me in a bad way, maybe like not in a deep depression way, but like I said, it was very dehumanizing. Like I felt like I was no one if I wasn't MrBeast, which is why I held on to it for so long.
It forced him to pick up the part-time jobs he desperately needed, but the income from his content creation was still crucial, as he needed it for his basic human needs and staying alive. So he continued being what people wanted him to be, and every time he tried to do anything else, he would get tons of harassment from viewers.
I want to be known for me. I don't want to be known for MrBeast. It's exhausting playing somebody who isn't yourself. And when everybody is calling you MrBeast or telling you you fall off the moment you stop doing the MrBeast thing, it's aggravating and very dehumanizing. It's like, I wanted to move on, but nobody was letting me move on.
Skitzy was basically doing everything possible to make it work. And fortunately, despite all the false promises and cancelled collaborations, there were still some people who saw potential in him. In February of 2024, Sam Hyde invited Skitzy to come on his reality show Fish Tank, offering him a whopping $1,000 for 1 day of acting as MrBeast there. Now, Fish Tank is basically a 24/7 interactive reality show where a number of contestants cohabitate and interact with viewers in real time for 6 weeks. The program has been compared to the Big Brother television franchise due to its format, while others have compared it to the Stanford prison experiment after its content. But one thing is for certain, it can get absolutely messy.
Stayed there a total of 11 days. It was dirty almost all the time. There was screaming and yelling and fighting a lot of the time. We had some chill moments. It smelled bad a lot.
However, despite this, Skitzy managed to stay longer than the original 1 day that was planned, and pulled through it for an entire 11 days to get $4,000, which helped him out a lot financially. Because remember, he was still struggling during this time, and you could really see this during one of the Fish Tank days when he had a mental breakdown.
Airsoft Fatty splattered blue paint on my yellow MrBeast shirt that I was using to make all my cameos. And that kind of made me have a breakdown because that was my main source of income.
Greg, stay in the house one more day, tough it out, and a couple of US are going to donate to your choice of charity.
People thought that he was just upset because the MrBeast shirt was ruined, but it was actually because it was his main source of income and that he had to wait 3 or 4 days for a new shirt to be delivered, which was time he didn't really have. This whole period was extremely difficult for Skitzy, and to make matters even worse, he even got swatted once during one of his live streams.
I could have gotten fucking shot.
But the fish tank viewers liked his vulnerability, and it actually caused him to get a new audience because of it. This, together with the fact that his dad moved in with him to help him with his rent, resulted in Skitzy finding new motivation and taking the ballsy move of abandoning the fake MrBeast persona forever. He hasn't uploaded a single MrBeast video in over 9 months, apart from him sarcastically clickbaiting it in the title and thumbnail, made a new TikTok account for people who truly liked him for his personality, and even closed his cameo forever to distance himself from the meme. This obviously had a financial impact, but Skitzy says that he's happier than ever before and able to do content creation full time again.
Yeah, I make about $500 a month, so that's pretty decent. You know, like I said, it's not perfect, but I'm very happy and I'm very gracious about all the support I have been given. But like I said, a majority of that is coming from my new fans, not my old fans.
This man doesn't want to be a millionaire. He just wants to create content and entertain people, even if it means breaking even. And I can absolutely respect that. As a YouTuber myself, I was happy when I could finally support myself financially and do this full time. So Greg's story really resonated with me. And when I asked him for a final message to the people watching at home, he told me this.
I think the heart of this story is despite being at your very worst and having any sense of hope taken away from you, I mean, you can still make it out of there. You know, it's not a matter of what you're dealing with, it's a matter of how long you're willing to deal with it to see the goodness in the world.
Right now, Skitzy is streaming daily on Twitch for only 17 to 50 viewers and is losing thousands of subscribers on YouTube every single month. So I say we change that. All of his links are in the description, so if you enjoy his personality and humor, definitely check him out and give him the love that he absolutely deserves. Also, don't forget about the promotion from My Heritage. Click on the link at the top of the description or scan the QR code and use code JUSTICAL for free shipping. However, did you know that there was another meme that also ruined its creator's life and even made him homeless? Yes, the $19 Fortnite card had quite the emotional story. So if you want to check that out, then click on the video on the screen right now.